Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. In today's short lesson, we're going to look at how you can introduce your law firm in English. Welcome back to my Study Legal English YouTube channel. I'm Louise and I'm here to help you improve your legal English. Before we get started, just a quick reminder to hit the subscribe button and that bell button to get notified of any videos that I publish in the future. So let's go. So first of all, how to use this guide. You can use this guide if you are presenting your law firm at a conference or networking event or pitching to clients. It might also be useful if you are in an interview to become partner at a law firm, because in these kinds of interviews, you usually need to present your business case where you're referring to the previous firm that you worked at and also talking in depth, in detail, about the law firm that you are going to work at. You may need to adapt this guide to the specific interaction, of course. And the phrases are not in a strict order, but they're in a logical order. So let's look at the name of your law firm. First of all, you might say, I work at, and give the law firm's name. State your job position at the law firm's name, or I work for a firm called, and then give the law firm's name. For example, I work at Kulbicki and Associates law firm. You also then might want to go on to talk about the location and the headquarters. For example, I work in give the specific department, for example, the employment department, in the Paris office. Or we have offices in, and then give some of the major locations. We have offices in Hong Kong, Singapore, Paris, Rio de Janeiro. We are an international law firm with offices across, and give the regions or the continents across Africa, Europe, America. If your law firm is not so international, you can simply say, we are based in Munich, or we're based in Germany. If, on the other hand, you work for a really large international law firm that was founded in a different country, and it has its headquarters, its main office in that country, you can say something like, our firm is headquartered in London, or our firm is headquartered in New York. You might want to talk about the history of the firm and the size. Our firm was established in 1920. Our firm was established in, and you're giving the year. We have been operating for over 10 years, 50 years, 5 years, whatever. And then you can talk about the size. How many lawyers work for this law firm? For example, we have around 50 lawyers, 1,000 lawyers in the particular location. You could say we have around 100 lawyers in the Barcelona office. And worldwide, we have around 1,000 and 1,000 worldwide. Then you can talk about the type of law firm. We are a type of law firm. We're a boutique law firm, for example, specializing in, and then the area that you specialize in, if that's the case, if your law firm really does have a speciality, because not all firms do. Let's have a look at some types of law firms. A full-service law firm. A full-service law firm offers a wide range of legal services across multiple practice areas. For example, corporate, litigation, tax, real estate, employment, IP, data security. It offers many different services and will usually have different departments, or perhaps if it's a small full-service law firm, perhaps it's only got a few lawyers, but that do lots of different activities. But usually these are quite large firms. They serve large corporations, institutions, and in some instances also individuals. Next, we've got a boutique law firm. A boutique law firm is a small to mid-sized law firm that specializes in a specific area of law, for example, intellectual property, family law, white-collar crime. And these firms are renowned. They are known, usually, they have a good reputation for their high level of expertise in niche practice areas. The next one is high street law firm. The high street is an area in a town or in a city where you usually find the shops, the banks, also sometimes the offices of, in this case, lawyers. Okay? So a high street law firm is usually a small local law firm that you find in a town, in a city, on the high street, and they serve individuals and small businesses. They usually handle personal legal matters, for example, things related to family law, divorce, for example, wills related to what happens to the property when somebody dies, conveyancing, meaning the transfer of real property, and employment law, the relationships between employees and employers. The next one is Magic Circle Law Firm. Perhaps you've heard this phrase, perhaps not. Why are they called Magic Circle Law Firms? Good question. I asked ChatGPT and it told me that the phrase Magic Circle Law Firm was coined, meaning it was established, in the 20th century by journalists to refer to the most elite, most prestigious law firms headquartered in England, which have lawyers with this incredible, almost magic level of expertise in which they can protect their clients with, like legal wizards. So who are they? They are Allen & Overy, Clifford Chance, Freshfields, Linklaters and Slaughter and May. So they handle high-profile clients and really complex transactions. They are international firms, meaning that they have offices around the world, but their headquarters, the main office and where they were originally founded is based in the UK. Next, we've got Silver Circle Law Firm. Silver Circle law firms are next down in the hierarchy, we can say, from the Magic Circle law firms, meaning that they are UK headquartered law firms, highly respected, but slightly less prestigious than the Magic Circle, being that the Magic Circle is 5 law firms. So instead, the Silver Circle law firm list, we can say, includes around 10 law firms, including Ashurst, Herbert Smith Freehills, and McFarlane's. And they focus on a wide range of legal matters, just like Magic Circle law firms. Next, we've got Big Law Firm, a big law firm, which might sound a bit strange because, of course, you could work in a big law firm. You might just call yourself a big law firm. However, it can also refer to sort of like the equivalent of Magic Circle law firms, but in the US. So it's elite US headquartered law firms. It includes law firms like Kirkland, Latham & Watkins, and Skadden. They are known for their wide range of practice areas, their high profits, very similar to those Magic Circle law firms. Let's look at some compensation models. This refers to how people get paid within a law firm. Now, you're probably not going to just drop this into conversation randomly at a networking event unless somebody asks you. You probably won't also talk to clients about this, but you probably will talk about this if you're in an interview to become partner, where you need to show an understanding of your current law firm's compensation model, how your law firm works, how your law firm remunerates its lawyers. Also show an understanding of the law firm where you're trying to become partner at. So you can say that we operate on a model name model. In my current firm, we operate on this kind of model. Or you might talk about that in the past, like the firm that I was at was operating on a particular type of compensation model. And you might talk about, I know that you at the firm that you're trying to get a job at operate on a model. Okay. So what are the types of models? Let's have a look. There are quite a lot of models. However, I'm just going to give you 3. Okay, these are 3 of the main models used, at least in UK and US headquartered law firms. Perhaps if there's a different model that your law firm uses, you can leave a comment in the section below to let me know. So the first one is the lockstep model. This is where partners' compensation increases based on seniority rather than individual performance. So you get paid more the higher you go, not necessarily linked to your performance. This can encourage loyalty to the firm because you want to stay, you want to increase your performance, you want to move up the ladder within the law firm to get paid more. It can encourage teamwork and a long-term commitment to the firm because you want to stay to increase in seniority. The next one is the eat what you kill model. And this is where partners are compensated based on the business they bring in. They need to bring in clients, they need to get clients, and they get money for that. And that encourages individual performance and competition, but could reduce teamwork because you're competing for work to try to get the client and that client to be your client. It's a more aggressive approach. The third model is the modified lockstep model. It's also known as the hybrid model, and that's because it's balance between those 2 previously mentioned models. Yes, you automatically get paid more as you move up the hierarchy, but in part, your remuneration is also based on the business that you bring in. Of course, at partner level, right? If you're just a junior associate, you're not expected to bring in your own clients. And this type of model can balance collaboration and financial performance because, yes, on the one hand, you want to collaborate and perform well within your team. On the other hand, you do want to bring in clients, right? So it's partly collaborative, partly a little bit aggressive as well. You might want to talk about the legal rankings and reputation of your law firm, especially if you're pitching to clients, for example, or you're at an event where it's really important for you to show the reputation of your law firm. Perhaps you're speaking to some foreign lawyers who could be interested in referring work to you. Now, some cultures may be less comfortable expressing this than others. Some cultures have no problem expressing their own merit, whereas others may feel a bit uncomfortable doing this. In any case, let's have a look at some phrases. You could say, we are ranked highly, or we're ranked number 1 in, and then give the name of the legal ranking. So, for example, Chambers and Partners, Legal 500. These rankings are websites, databases that rank the performance of law firms. So they say, who's best, who's very good, and so on. You could, on the other hand, say something more vague. Okay, we've been recognized as a top-tier law firm or a mid-tier law firm in IP. Okay, so here you're using the passive voice so that you don't have to directly say who recognized you as that. Okay, it's more vague. You could say, our firm regularly receives awards for excellence in, give your speciality, your area of expertise, project finance, for example. Yes. On the other hand, you don't regularly receive awards, but you did receive one. You can say, last year, we received an award for excellence in, and your area. Finally, a bit more vague, you can say, our firm has a strong reputation in white-collar crime, okay? So you're saying that we have a good reputation, a strong reputation in a particular area. Next, you might want to talk about the culture and the working style of your law firm. For example, we are known for our strong collaborative culture. We collaborate a lot in our law firm. We value teamwork. Our firm prioritizes innovation and legal tech. We're renowned for our innovation. We have a strong pro bono commitment. We highly value pro bono work. We emphasize work-life balance and flexibility. So we don't have really long hours. We work 9 to 5, and we're flexible. We can work from home 1, 2, 3 days a week. Diversity and inclusion are an important part of our law firm culture. We value diversity and inclusion. And finally, you might close the conversation if it is indeed a conversation. So if you are, for example, networking with someone and you've been talking about your law firm, you could say, oh, that's a little about our firm. How about yours? Or that's basically some information about our law firm. What about your law firm? Tell me about your law firm. You might be interested in collaborating with the person that you're speaking to. For example, if you're speaking to another lawyer, you could say something like, we'd love to collaborate with other professionals in this field. Do you have a business card, for example? Let's be in touch after this meeting. If you're interested in working with us, feel free to reach out. You could also say that at the end of a presentation at a conference of your law firm. Or if you are presenting, of course, you're going to wrap up your presentation. For example, that brings me to the end of the presentation of my law firm. So let's move now to look at some examples of people introducing their law firm. Example number 1 is someone introducing their law firm. They work at a Magic Circle law firm. Let's have a look. Hi, I'm James, a partner in the M&A team in Clifford & Co.'s Munich office. The firm is a full-service, London-headquartered Magic Circle firm with offices worldwide, from Sao Paulo to Shanghai. In fact, we are one of the largest law firms with around 3,000 lawyers. We offer a broad range of services handling high-profile, high-value transactions. So a broad range of services means a wide range, many different types of services. Example number 2, this is someone who works for a boutique IP law firm. Hello, I'm Yuki, a senior associate at Kitsuna IP Law Group, an IP boutique firm based in Kyoto, Japan. We focus exclusively on intellectual property matters, for example, trademarks, copyright. We also assist clients with any litigation. Our firm is consistently ranked highly in the Legal 500 for IP, and our clients are quite diverse. For example, we work with tech startups, creative industries, and multinational corporations. Example number 3, a full-service law firm, somebody who works at a full-service law firm. Hello, I'm Tom, a senior associate at Parker & Smith, a full-service law firm based in Beijing. We provide a wide range of corporate employment and real estate legal services. Founded in 1995, we have 200 lawyers and represent mid-sized companies, government agencies, and non-profits across China. Finally, number 4, this is someone who works at a high street law firm. I'm Ella, a lawyer at Istanbul Legal Partners, a high street law firm in Istanbul. We've been serving individuals and small businesses since 1980. We specialize in family law, conveyancing, wills, and employment disputes. We pride ourselves on our personalized service and accessible legal advice for our local community. So now it's your turn. It's practice time. You're going to present your firm. We'll have a conversation, okay? So I'm going to say a few words, and then you're going to respond. You can read what is written here and fill in the gaps with what's appropriate for you, what kind of law firm you work in. You might want to pause the video after I've said the first part so that you can fully do your introduction. Okay, let's go. Hi there. So you're a lawyer. Tell me about your firm. Oh, thank you. It's really interesting to learn about your law firm. Thanks. All right, so I hope that now you're more confident presenting your law firm. So that brings me to the end of this lesson. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something new. If there are any legal English topics that you'd like me to post a video on, then just leave a comment in the section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Join me on Instagram. My account is @LegalEnglisher. You can join my Study Legal English Facebook group. And do me a favour, please share this video with a colleague, with a friend, someone who you think could find it helpful. Finally, if you liked this episode, you might be interested in some of these videos that are popping up on the screen now. So, thanks for watching and see you next time.